Balancing studies with family time this festive season has been a time. So, lovelies, let's unpack study life balance while getting ready for a sip and paying Christmas class. I started my summer unit lawyers ethics in early December. It was an intensive unit that covered what would normally be covered in 12 weeks over a semester in only 3 weeks. That meant 3 4-hour classes per week with readings quizzes. Then I had a week break before the major assignment for the unit worth 40% was due, during which my family flew into Sydney for the annual Papua New Guinea Mining and Petroleum Conference, which I attended in 2022 with my papa. My dad messaged me and asked me to join them, which was a last minute request. The initial plan was for my mom and my little sister to join me from Sydney to spend Christmas, which I had already planned into my schedule, including organizing the Christmas festivities ahead of time with my cousin sister. With my summer unit, I do not have the capacity to do anything last minute and stress myself out. So that's my first tip, to plan ahead. It's not about having the time, but making the time by organizing yourself and being very intentional. I explained my assignment deadline to my dad and he suggested I might not want to go to Sydney. I love how he respects my autonomy, so we agreed it was best for me to stay in Melbourne and focus on my assignment. This was Friday, the weekend before my week break. Then on Saturday, my older sister Cecilina messaged me and said her early birthday dinner was scheduled for Wednesday and she would really appreciate it if I flew in for the evening. I had to show up for her, but my studies is priority. So I messaged her, managing her expectations, telling her about my assignment, but that I would try to figure something out. So that is my second tip. Manage people's expectations. Do not give anybody false hope. Because I had stayed on top of all of the readings, there was no catching up. So my plan was to do my assignment research on Monday and then do my assignment plan on Tuesday. And then, and only then, will I agree to make this trip. And I held myself accountable. So that is my third tip. Know your priorities, set deadlines, and importantly, hold yourself accountable. If I didn't complete both tasks and still went on the trip and ended up stuffing up my assignment, I would resent her for it, but it's not her fault. I make my bed, I make my decisions, so I need to lay in it. You can't play the victim. You need to take accountability and get in charge of your life. So I ended up flying in Wednesday afternoon to surprise her for her birthday, and she was so happy.
Guys, everything is perfect except the fact that
Then Thursday morning, bright and early, 6 a.m., me, my mom, and my little sister flew back to Melbourne, as planned. Once we settled into my apartment, I realized quickly that them staying with me was just not going to coincide with my assignment preparation. I needed to kick them out. I felt so bad. But I needed to be really honest with myself and what works, which is my next tip. I thrive on routines, so I needed to stick to my sleep, my nutrition, and my workout schedule to manage my stress and anxiety, but importantly, to optimize productivity. So I checked them into a motel up the road from me. That way, everyone wins. They have their space and comfort, while I have mine as well. So I used Friday to have a reset day, spent the entire weekend working on my assignment, and ended up submitting my assignment 20 minutes early on Monday. God willing, it couldn't have been me. For study tips, check out my assignment submission vlog. I'm really grateful that the Monash Law faculty factored in the festive season. The exam is after New Year. So I've clocked out of studying until after Christmas. And the past week has just been about Christmas shopping, a lot of it. As well as spending quality time with my mom and my sister. We also went bowling, which was my mom's first time, and she had so much fun. She got a new wig from Footscray yesterday, and the most stunning woman.
Oh. You look really pretty. I say I'm an Addis girl. Say thank you. Say thank you.
My aunt, my mom's little sister, is flying in tomorrow. This will be my first Christmas in 5 years with my aunt, my mom, and my little sister. Plus, my best friend's mom and my cousin sister's mom, my aunt, are here. So this year's Christmas is a very, very special Christmas. My heart is just so full, and I'm so grateful to have curated a very specific life that resonates so deeply with my core. I've surrounded myself with truth, with people who love me down and are so good to me and good to my soul, where I have essentially built myself a heaven. Don't ever settle for nice, for pleasant, and for familiar. Intentionally choose the life you want and say no to everything that's not it. Anyway, I am very excited for Christmas. I am wishing you and your loved ones a joyous festive season and a happy new year. This is my feed, very cute. Speaking of, my ethnic Christian mom went off ahead yesterday when she saw my belly piercing. Let's go grab our snacks and head to our Christmas sip and paint class. Let's go.